Allah says in Surah Baqarah chapter 2 verse number 143 that we have made you an ummah wast, a middlemost community, so that you may be a witness over the nations and the messenger will be a witness over you. It's our duty to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And our life, the Islamic life, is a balanced life. Unlike other beliefs, it either talks about the body or fulfillment of the soul. Islam, the solution is for the body and for the soul. Our beloved Prophet said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, hadith number 1975. The beloved Prophet said, Abdullah, one of the Sahabas, may Allah be with him, I've heard that you fast all days and pray full nights. He said, Ya Rasulullah. The Prophet said, do not do it. Fast one day, do not fast the next day. Pray part of the night, sleep for part of the night. Your body has right over you. Your wife has right over you. So Islam is a justly balanced religion. It doesn't believe in monasticism. Doesn't believe in renouncing the world. The dunya in Islam is part of the deen. It is a holistic solution. And furthermore, when people talk about happiness, talking about billionaires, we know the example of Christina Onese, who inherited wealth after her father died, who was a billionaire, and during interview she was asked that you are the richest woman in the world. She said, yes, I'm the richest woman in the world, but also the most unhappiest woman in the world. She didn't get peace, she didn't get happiness, and later on she committed suicide. And this is common. Family problems and all, more in the rich than the poor. It's there in both, but wealth does not get you happiness. Allah says the wealth is a fitna, is a test for you. And Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Rad, chapter number 13, verse number 28, verily in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find contentment. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find contentment. And that reminds me of a very good example of one of the greatest scholars of the medieval age, Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah. And we knew he lived a life of poverty. He was imprisoned, he was threatened by the enemy, he was tortured. So when the enemy threatened him, what did Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah said? He said that what can you do to me? What can you do to me? If you imprison me, if you put me in jail, I would do zikr of Allah. Zikr, praise, and remember Allah. If you exile me, I would tafakkur. I would contemplate on the creation of Allah. If you execute me, I would be a shaheed. I would be a martyr. My Jannah is in my heart. Imagine a person who's not afraid of dying. Whatever you want to do, you do. You cannot take away the Jannah. My Jannah is in my heart, and I'm not of this dunya, I'm for akhirah. So this is true happiness. Even though he lived in poverty, even though he was taught, and if you read the statement of Ibn Qayyim, may Allah have mercy on him, he was one of the well-known students of Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah. He says, the life that Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah lived of poverty, he was imprisoned, but I've never seen in my life any man who's more happier than Ibn Taymiyyah. Imagine life of poverty, being tortured to give up his mission. He didn't budge. If you imprison me, I will do zikr of Allah. If you exile me, I will contemplate on the creation of Allah. If you execute me, I'll be shaheed. My Jannah is in my heart, so you cannot take away his Jannah. So this is true happiness. True happiness. And that reminds me that once a Jew goes to Ibn Hajar Asqalani, who was a judge, he was rich, and a Jew, a poor man, comes and tells him that your Prophet said that this dunya is like a jail, imprisonment for the believers. And for unbelievers, it's paradise. I'm poor, my clothes are tattered, you're rich, you're living a luxurious life. How can you explain this hadith? So Ibn Hajar Asqalani said, those believers who know what is waiting for them in the akhirah, that is Jannah, even if you're the richest man in this world, all the happiness compared to Jannah is like imprisonment. And if the unbelievers knew what is there for them in the akhirah, hell, and the lowest, the coolest fire in hell, if it touches your feet, your brains will boil. If they know where they will go, even if they are the worst human being in this world, for them this is Jannah. This is the explanation of the hadith of beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So Jannah, happiness is a state. Your belief, your mind,